the youngest of three with two older brothers. Jake, Noah and Emily the youngest. We will always get into troubles, whether it was breaking others' windows or getting into fights with other kids. I was kind of a tomboy. Despite being a girl, I always hung out with my brothers. Since we were little, my mum would probably take us to church, probably to take the troubles or bullying out of us, but it did not work. Most of the people probably hated our behavior but understood we were only kids, but not the old lady Miss Kate. A particularly old woman with a cloudy left eye and creepy looking. She might be nice only if Mom was around, but when she is not, she would sneer our existence, especially towards the oldest two boys, Jake and Noah, although my brothers were convinced she was a witch, not only because of her hatred attitude towards us but because of how she looked. Her strange left eye, wrinkles on her face that you couldn't even imagine how she looked when she was younger, and her ways of wearing always black clothes. Most people at church that always regardless say things about her dies between 1 week. Most of them says they see her at the cemetery and chanting to the dead and bringing out their souls to slay them, doing spells and transforming into creatures. Mom never paid more attention to them but tried to keep her distance with the pissed off witch. But so every time we walk past her we always make a witch laugh to see what she would do. But this time after church I was in my room reading comics, and all of a sudden my brother Noah came in to see the news. As curious I might have been, I followed him and saw a crow in a cage. Before saying a word, my brothers told me that it the witch Miss Kate that came to attack them and had an attempt to make them blind. Despite knowing she was a witch, we put on a test to prove her guilt. As we went to church the following week, we could not find her, and for the past 2 weeks and months most church members thought she might have died or joined her son, but we knew more than that. As we got home to set her free, my other brother Jake took her and plucked out one of her hairs or feathers to face her at church. But just as we knew, she came to church the following week and looked horrible, like she hadn't slept for months, and one of her hairs were cut. And she gave us this creepy look like at the end and revenge. And it happened to my brothers the following day, as Noah got blind all of a sudden and Jake almost got a car accident thanks to the cross necklace he had. Who knows? But as for me, I don't know yet and don't consider myself lucky, because I most likely hear voices in my sleeps.